Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're taking a deep dive into something a lot of you are probably curious about.
Making money on YouTube. Specifically, how to do it even if you have a smaller channel.
That's right. And for this deep dive, we're looking at a video from Sean Cannell over at Think Media.
He lays out 7 steps you can follow to, well, start making money on YouTube.
It sounds pretty simple when you put it like that, right?
Yep.
But we're going to really break it down and see what's involved.
And try to get a sense of how realistic it actually is.
Exactly. And to give you a little taste of what's possible, Sean talks about how his first commission check was only $212.
But now he's making $3,500 a week.
So, yeah, I think it's safe to say he knows a thing or two about making YouTube work for him.
Definitely. And one thing that really stood out to me is how Sean emphasizes that YouTube isn't just about entertainment.
Right. You can actually turn it into a real business.
Even if you're starting from scratch.
Okay, so let's jump into those 7 steps.
Sounds good to me.
Step 1 is, well, kind of obvious.
Start a YouTube channel.
Yep, got to start somewhere. Right. But Sean doesn't just say go make a channel. He actually suggests focusing on popular niches.
Things like health, fitness, tech, food.
I think that makes a lot of sense because people are always looking for information and solutions in those areas.
Exactly. And when people are actively searching for something, they're much more likely to click on those buy now buttons.
Which means more money for you?
It's all about tapping into existing demand. You know, it's like setting up shop in a busy marketplace.
Versus like a deserted street where no one's walking by.
Exactly.
Okay, so you've got your channel, you've picked your niche. What's next?
Step 2 is all about the Amazon Associates program.
Amazon Associates. Tell me more about that.
Well, it's actually a pretty simple concept. You recommend products on your channel, include special links to those products in your videos.
Oh.
And then when someone buys something through your link, bam, you get a commission.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a great way to monetize your content, especially if you're already talking about products you love.
It's like getting paid to share your recommendations. But there is a little catch, right?
Right, there's that 180-day rule. You have to make at least one sale through your links within 180 days of joining the program.
Otherwise
you're out. So it really highlights the need to be strategic. It's not just about uploading videos and hoping for the best.
So you really have to think about how to drive those clicks and conversions. That makes sense. So what are some of Sean's tips for actually making those sales?
Well, steps 3 and 4 are all about creating videos that are related to the products you're promoting.
So things like product reviews, tutorials.
Exactly. Or even just finding ways to naturally weave products into your lifestyle videos. You know, if you're doing a vlog about your morning routine and you use a certain brand of coffee maker, talk about it.
And make sure that trackable Amazon link is in your video description.
And in a pinned comment. You really want to make it super easy for people to find and buy the stuff you're showcasing.
I've also heard it's a good idea to mention the link verbally in the video itself.
Absolutely. And you can even add a clickable annotation.
Oh, that's smart. So there are actually multiple places you can put those links.
Right. And the cool thing is that most link tracking tools let you track each link separately.
So you can see which placement is driving the most sales.
Exactly. It's all about data-driven decision-making.
Love it. Okay, so we've made some awesome videos, added our Amazon links. What's next?
Don't forget about the legal stuff.
Oh, right. You can't just go around recommending products without being transparent.
Exactly. Step 5 is all about being upfront with your viewers and following those FTC guidelines.
Which basically means you have to disclose that you're an Amazon associate.
And that you could earn commissions from those product recommendations.
It's all about being honest and building trust with your audience.
Right. Think of it this way. When you're transparent with your viewers, you build credibility. And credibility is essential for any successful business, online or offline. It's so true. Okay, so we've got our awesome video, we've added our links, we've made sure we're playing by the rules, we're ready to upload, right?
Almost. Step 6 is all about getting that video out there on YouTube, which means making sure people can actually find it.
That's where SEO comes in.
Exactly. You got to optimize your video for search.
So use the right keywords in your titles, descriptions, and tags.
Don't forget about your video thumbnail. It's the first thing people see, so it has to be eye-catching.
Right, because if your thumbnail isn't interesting, people are going to scroll right past your video. It's like your first impression.
Precisely.
Okay, so let's say you've done all of that. You've created amazing videos, optimized them for search, you're being transparent with your audience, but you're still not seeing results.
It can be super discouraging, right? You put in all this work, and you're like, where's the money?
Exactly.
But this is where Sean's own experience is so inspiring. He reminds us that his first commission check was only $212.
He wasn't an overnight success story? Not at all. But he didn't give up. He kept learning, experimenting, refining his approach.
And now he's making $3,500 a week.
It's proof that consistency and continuous learning really pay off.
So I guess the takeaway here is don't get discouraged if you don't see results right away. Just keep going.
And never stop learning.
Which brings us to the final step, step 7.
Avoiding common mistakes that can sabotage your success.
Sean actually doesn't give us all the details in this video, which I think is kind of smart.
Yeah, it definitely leaves you wanting more.
But he does mention that he has a free masterclass on his website where he spills all the secrets.
It's at thinkmasterclass.com if you're interested.
But even without knowing all the specific mistakes, I think it's a good reminder to be aware of the potential pitfalls.
Absolutely. And it makes you wonder, what are those common mistakes that trip up new YouTubers?
And more importantly, are you making any of them? That's a great question to ask yourself.
Definitely. It's always good to be self-reflective.
Okay, so let's do a quick recap of what we've learned today. We talked about Sean's 7 steps for making money on YouTube, even with a smaller channel.
And we talked about how it's not just about blindly following steps. It's about understanding the why behind them.
It's about building a loyal audience who trusts your recommendations.
And it's about constantly learning and adapting. YouTube is constantly evolving, so you have to evolve with it.
So true. And even though success might not happen overnight, just think about Sean's journey.
From $212 to $3,500 a week.
Imagine what's possible if you stick with it, if you put in the work, and if you pour your passion into it.
And more importantly, what could your unique YouTube channel look like? What story do you want to tell?
What value do you want to offer to your viewers?
And what kind of impact do you want to make on the world? Those are the questions to ask yourself as you embark on this YouTube adventure.
That's a great point to end on. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
See you next time.